Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today's video I'm here to give you 5 things which I believe we learned from the game against Preston where we got a 0-0 home draw. This was the first game for Matt Bloomfield and the last Luton Town manager that picked up a 0-0 draw on their first game was Nathan Jones, and if Matt Bloomfield can replicate any of the good stuff which Nathan Jones did at the football club, then we're in for a treat. Before I tell you the 5 things which we learnt from the game against Preston, I just want to let you know I've introduced a brand new series on my channel called EFL Roundup. Essentially, I round up the biggest news stories across the EFL. I do League 2, League 1 and the Championship. These types of videos I've introducing so I can reach out to a much wider audience. I uploaded this on Saturday morning. The video is up, ready to watch on the channel for you guys to have a look at, so please give me some love, support that video as well. When there won't be much Luton stuff to talk about, I will be doing more Championship content just to keep the videos coming for you guys at home to watch. And yeah, just try and grow this channel as much as possible. The first thing which we learned from the game against Preston was how good we was out of possession. I thought defensively we were outstanding. We won 80% of our tackles as a team, 9 interceptions, 39 clearances. We won more battles in the air and on the ground than Preston. So as a team, as a collective, everyone contributed defensively. The pressing was good to force Preston into giving us the ball back. And I just felt playing a back four, everyone had the confidence, everyone knew what their roles was. When we were pushing forward, Nakamba was the one to stay back and just look after the back four. And I was never, I guess, had that feeling of Preston was going to score because of how well we did. And if you think about it, Preston didn't even have a shot on target, so you have to say it was great from us. The second thing which we learnt from the game against Preston is that I think Jacob Brown has blown his opportunity. I thought it was a very poor performance from Jacob Brown, and I have to say I've not been impressed with him. I don't think we've seen enough consistent performances from him, and I don't think he's been the same player after he had his serious injury last season in the Premier League. I need to see a little bit more from him. Brown only made 8 passes in the game, which I don't think is good enough. He needs to get on the ball more. He only touched it 29 times. And if I was to compare him to another left attacking player, and let's say compare him to Dembele, who plays for Oxford, who we're coming up against, Dembele against Blackburn in Oxford's 1-0 win made 21 passes and 42 touches. So that's the type of level Brown needs to reach, but we're not seeing it. I also felt he didn't win many battles at all against the Preston defender. I just felt he offered absolutely nothing going further forward, and I would argue we gave him a little bit too much time on the pitch against Preston. So I've spoken about a player that I think needs to perform better. Let's talk about a player that actually did perform in my opinion, and that was Jordan Clark. I thought the way he played against Preston was amazing. I thought if other attacking players was on his wavelength, we might have been a lot better going forward. I thought he was trying his best to create something. If you look at his stats, he completed the most dribbles in the game. He was trying to break through that Preston backline. He made 76 touches. He created the chance for Morris, who I felt should have done better with the glancing header. He had a 94% passing success rate. And overall, I just thought his performance was really good. There is, of course, going to be a question mark over, is he right to play in that number 10 role? Could he just be in that deeper role alongside an Nakamba or Kraus as the 2 6s and let it be more creative further back and then allow someone who's mainly a creator to be in that number 10 role? There's going to be a lot of question marks there, but Clark definitely impressed and did take his opportunity. You've got to remember, new manager, Bloomfield, he is going to be assessing everyone. Not just the starting 11 that played. They might have been given the first opportunity, but it doesn't mean they're going to get so many opportunities after that if they don't pick up performances. Moving on to what we learned, number 4, passing. I mentioned this in my match reaction. I felt we were a bit too slow. I thought the tempo of the game, although Preston did their best to slow it down and try and kill the momentum, our passing needed to be a little bit quicker. We needed to up the speed of it. I did feel like at times we were playing in first gear, and when we did move the ball quickly, we looked really good. We looked like we could break Preston down. I do think against Oxford on Tuesday night we will get more opportunities by just playing how we played against Preston, because there will be more space to exploit. Preston, of course, you knew what their game plan was. They were trying to kill the game, but our passing, I felt it was just playing to their game plan. But if I'm being honest, when I look at the way we were moving the ball about, we were moving it with some confidence. I remember when we were trying to play out from the back under Rob Edwards, it just didn't work. You can see the players were really nervous in a three at the back system, but with a back four, they feel a lot more comfortable in playing out from the back, transitioning in from defence to attack. We dictated the game from start to finish in terms of possession. We doubled the amount of passing, which Preston did. So those are positive signs. But Matt Bloomfield has said that it doesn't matter about how much possession we have. He cares about what we do with the possession. What I also want us to do is get the ball into the final third a lot more. And I looked at the stats for this. Passes into the final third from Luton, our 3 highest players were from defenders. That shouldn't be the stat. It should be attacking players, you know, putting the ball into the final third a lot more than the defence. Amari Bell did it 12 times, McGuinness 9 and Hashi 9. It needs to be our attacking players passing into the final third to give us opportunities and start attacks essentially. So we need to be a little bit better there. I don't know if the future will be Kraus and Nakamba as the 2 6s. It might just have to be one of them. But I did feel like the game was missing a Walsh who can look after the ball, who knows how to pick out a pass, who knows how to just start an attack. I felt he was needed, but I can see Walsh starting against Oxford. And number 5, Victor Moses, I thought was poor, and I'm getting a little bit frustrated with his performances. He's not playing wing back anymore. He's playing in his actual correct position, which is further forward. So I want to start seeing that quality, that quality that got him to the highest level, because at the moment I'm not seeing it, and I'm not seeing it on a consistent basis. When he came onto the pitch, he only touched the ball 7 times. He played 15 minutes. He only made 5 passes. 3 out of the 5 were actually successful. I didn't see any movement from him. And if you was to say to me right now, would you keep Victor Moses? I say 100% no. I would get rid in the summer. He's playing in his correct position. I want to start seeing good, consistent performances. We're playing to his strengths now. We need to see this. I might be a little bit harsh, but I don't think it's just today. I think it's been other games as well. I'm not seeing enough from him. I still think we need to make 1 or 2 transfers, especially in those attacking areas. I think we're missing a creative spark, whether that's an attacking midfielder or striker. I do think we need to bring a couple of players through the door as we still have time in this January transfer window. I did think Morris did struggle, but then again, he was up against 3 Preston centre-halves. When he's up against a back 4, he'll have a little bit more freedom than he did against Preston. Of course, Preston just made it extremely hard, but I do think if we carry on playing the same way and we do that against Oxford on Tuesday night, I do think we'll see a difference. I think we'll get more opportunities, but it'd be, right, how good are we going to be defensively? That's what I think the real question will be. But we need to start scoring, and Matt Bloomfield's style of play, he knows how to get goals. There were good elements of what we did. We just need to carry that on. So that is the end of the video. Hopefully you did enjoy it. Let me know what you learned from the game against Preston. What did you learn from Matt Bloomfield's style of play? Let me know down in the comments of this video. Drop a like on the video as well. If you want to become a member of my channel, the link is in the description below. And if you're new, so please subscribe. It's free to do so. I'll see you guys in the match preview that comes out tomorrow. Before I end this video, I just want to say a massive thank you to all my channel members. If you want to become a channel member on my channel, click the link in the description below or click the join button on my channel, which will give you the option to become a member. If you become a channel member, you get exclusive perks and you help support me as a content creator. I'll see you in the next video.